I'm Nadia Bilchik, and in today's Career Caffeine, I'm so excited because I have Marlyn Abrams with us. And Marlyn is a psychotherapist. She actually lives in Johannesburg, South Africa, and right now she's visiting her daughter in Atlanta. And I took the opportunity to capture some of her brilliant wisdom that she's helped me with so much over the years on tape. So Marlyn, I know it was a bit of a surprise, right?
Yes, a shock more than anything.
So a very big mantra of yours is a feeling is not a should, it's an is.
Yes, it's an is. And as thoughts are, it pops in. We can't help it, you know. We see something, this beautiful blonde person who your husband is looking at, and you would like to kill her, but you don't kill her.
Right. So you can feel whatever you want to feel.
No, well, everything is you feel what you feel.
But it doesn't mean you act on it.
You don't, yeah, definitely. You decide consciously, and the more conscious you are, you decide what you do that is going to make the situation better. And also to help one to, if you do the right thing, you will like yourself better.
So on the subject of liking yourself, so I'm with Marlyn Abrams. She's a psychotherapist. We're talking about getting to like yourself, some of the struggles that people have day to day. What is your advice and guidance for people who come in who are so tortured, who feel so bad about themselves, who struggle so much with self-esteem?
Well, they're brought up with the shoulds. You should do this, and what will that person think of you if you don't? What do they say? That sort of thing. And, you know, let's be truthful. It doesn't matter what we feel or think. Nobody knows. You know, how many people are telepaths?
So to parents, I mean, you raised two children, and as a parent, how should we deal with our children in such a way that they don't feel that their feelings are invalid?
You allow their feelings to be, but how do you behave? But you see, you can have different feelings that are very opposite sort of feelings at the same time. You don't just have one feeling. I'm cross with mommy, I don't like mommy, but I love mommy and I need mommy.
Right.
Same thing, you know, all different feelings.
So
and then you decide what it is you're going to do.
So in your work, you help people come to terms with the duplicity of feelings.
Well, it's not coming to terms, it just is, you know.
So the acceptance.
You see, to come to terms with is almost a should. It's not a should. You feel what you feel, you think what you think.
So a lot of my work is around self-confidence and people who struggle with public speaking or even speaking up in a meeting or giving themselves permission to get to the next level in an organization, sometimes even the imposter syndrome.
That's what I call show business. You see. And
what
because I studied, before I went into psychology, my first leg of career was drama school. So that's always helped me.
So what is show business? Meaning?
Okay. I'm speaking to you and just say I don't like you very much. I don't think you're truthful or whatever. But I also believe that one must have respect for people. It's another person. And therefore I will decide how to treat you. And I would be happier to treat you with respect. And that in itself builds up feelings of respect. Because a lot of our feelings, we tell ourselves the same things over and over again.
So an example of that would be?
I don't like the fact that she dresses like that. And you keep on feeding yourself with that sort of thing, and you get caught into that. It's you know, it's like putting yourself into a jail. And to be more open, to be more conscious, and to accept more. You can accept more if you can accept yourself. To accept that other people have feelings, and they can't help it.
That is a powerful statement just there. You accept more if you accept yourself. Mm-hmm. I recently heard somebody saying that genuinely happy or happier people are working on themselves, and unhappier people are often blaming the external world.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Right. But that sense
I don't like those little, to me those are cliches.
Right.
You know?
Do you think there's any truth in that?
Just relax, you know. It's not easy to be human.
I like that too. It's not easy to be human. Mm. The kind of struggles that people come to you as a psychotherapist for, a lot have to do with conflict with others. Mm. Why do you think as a society we get so upset by other people's behavior? And what are some tips and tools to cope with people so that we are experiencing less conflict in our day-to-day lives?
Well, you see, I think that there's just as many answers as there are people. You can't say it's because of one thing.
Right.
You know, and some people are cross about things that are cruel to other people. That's not such a bad thing, I think. But some people are cross because they're angry because mommy wasn't nice to them when they were little, and a whole mixture of things and things that have happened to them.
But you once told me, and this is something that stayed with me, is that practicing detachment.
Yeah, that's a difficult thing.
How do we do that?
Because detachment is such a difficult word that it's not being detached. Because if you are, I prefer the word non-attached in the Buddhist way.
Meaning?
That if you do something, say you're rude to me or you don't like me or whatever, that's your problem. It's not because I am unlikable. Maybe I've done something wrong. Okay, I can fix it up. But I don't have to hate myself for it or hate you, because if you don't like me, well, you're entitled not to like me.
But I do like the concept of non-attachment.
You see, it's a difficult word. Huh?
How do you practice it? How do you internalize it?
Well, I think first you become more conscious of what is happening. Non-attachment, just speaking off the cuff like this is not so easy.
Well, you're doing extremely well, and I know that whoever's listening to this, and certainly we have our engineer Keith here, this is a very helpful conversation.
Yes, he's nodding his head. It's very comforting.
But it is, the concept in speaking non-attachment is realizing that other people's behavior isn't necessarily a result of your own. It's something, in all the classes I teach, I speak about, not taking things so personally and not making assumptions. And I think practicing that is very liberating.
That's very, very liberating. Because then it doesn't matter what other people do, that's what they do. It's sad if you see somebody hurting people or animals or whatever.